I'm Cherie with Professional Tour Management Training. I've been training tour directors and guides for over 20 years. So the way I started my career is I started out taking care of the kids. I met a young lady on the beach and she said, if you take care of the kids for the cruise line, you get a free cruise. So I wrote back and forth for a year and a half and hired everybody. Let me know next year. I let them know next year. We're doing the interviews. I'm leaving town. Anyway, a year and a half later, I found myself on a cruise from LA to San Juan, Puerto Rico and back. And I loved it. I mean, I knew this is what I wanted to do. Before that, I had been a teacher. I'd been in real estate. I'd been in medical sales, sort of went from job to job, not really happy. But when I got on that ship, I knew this was going to be my future. And I was doing it for free. So I was still happy as can be. So when I got back, I did it a few more times. And then I got a job on the ships as a cruise host, not working for the cruise line, but working for a tour operator. So I went all over the world. I went from cruise ship to cruise ship. I had a great time. And from there, I went into leading tours, international tours. So I, again, went all over the world as an international tour director. And that was a job. Cruising was easy. I just had to be nice. I had cocktail parties, briefings. Tours were tough. In fact, my first tour was 28 days in China, and I didn't like it. I wanted to go back to the ship. So eventually I learned to do the tours and enjoy them, and the income was much better doing the tours. Eventually I started my training. I've been a trainer. I trained for IATAN, traveled around the country training travel agents on geography. I spoke at a big Apollo convention in Chicago. I was hired as a representative for the Hawaii Convention and Visitors Bureau, and just love our industry. But my main thing is training others to do the same. And the thrill that I get hearing others that, like myself, love our careers. We love what we do. So I've worked as an international tour director, domestic tour director, local guide. I'm working as field staff, working locally now, which I really enjoy. I am going to be speaking at the International Association of Tour Directors and Guides meetings, and hopefully you're becoming aware of that. So what we do in our careers, we actually lead the tours. We're not travel agents. A lot of people think that we're a travel agent. They think we get groups together. I know there's a lot of stuff on the internet. Travel for free, get paid to travel, and you have to get groups together. You got to convince your people, your friends to spend money. That's not what we do at all. The way I like to describe it, if you go into a travel agency, aren't many today, but remember all the fancy brochures that they have on the walls. Well, those are tour operators. They're the ones that put tours together. Most of them market through travel agents, and they're the ones that hire tour directors to travel with the tour groups. So my job starts, I do some pre-planning, but my job basically starts when the tour starts. I travel with the group. For instance, I'll take them to Australia, New Zealand. We usually stop at Fiji on the way back, and 3.5 weeks later, we're back in the United States. I go home, do my paperwork, and I'm done until my next trip, which may be to Norway, or it may be to Argentina, or it may be to China, or wherever in the world they want to send me next. And in fact, for years I would think this is what I want to do, and I get home and my boss would say, oh no, we want you to do this, and it was always better. I mean, to go to work and really be excited. I mean, I remember standing in the Forbidden City going, I can't believe I'm here, and then to think, and I get paid for it. We get paid well to do it. There are certain places in the world, or Russia, and their old historical buildings in Russia. I mean, I love what we do. So we are paid to travel with the tour groups. And there's all different types of tour groups. So for instance, there's adult tours, which is mainly my specialty. We have a lot of student tours. People love working with the kids. They're so excited. And not only are they all over the United States, particularly in the spring, but they're also, I mean, they're going to Disney World, they're going to Disneyland, they're going to Washington, D.C., Sacramento. I mean, they're all over the country. And then, but then they also do international tours in the summertime also. So there's huge market there. Alaska in the summertime, working for the cruise lines, leading their tours, or for the tour operators up in Alaska. I mean, there's so many opportunities. Cruise hosting, like I did. I often get requests for somebody that owns a company out of Florida looking for a cruise host. In fact, they started out as cruise hosts. Now they call them concierge because they're actually leading tours now also, not just cruising. It's a wonderful industry. We are part of the largest industry in the world, and so many opportunities. And again, so many people have such a misunderstanding. Again, even my friends and family will say, well, can you make a reservation for us for Florida? No, I don't do that. I'm not a travel agent. I don't do reservations. I don't know how to find the best deals because the companies I work for take care of all of that. So that's kind of an overview. Now it's a lot of work. I don't want to make it sound like we just go along as a passenger. We're leading the tour. So there's a lot of procedures that we need to follow. And a lot of the procedures, how I see it, is that we're doing it so that we don't have challenges. But we do have challenges along the way. And that's sort of our job security. If everything worked perfectly, locally, domestically, or nationally, they might not need me. So we're there to make sure everything works as perfectly as we can make it work. But we're dealing with people, we're dealing with weather, we're dealing with vendors, suppliers, transportation companies, airlines, all of that. So it's coordinating all of that. So I mentioned that I train tour directors and guides. So over 20 years ago, I started training, and my students can be found all over the world. In fact, on my webpage, tour guide training, tour-guide-training.com, you'll see comments from a lot of my students, and I think they're kind of surprised sometimes when I read their comments that they got hired and that they're doing jobs and that they're excited about their jobs. I mean, how many people can really say they get excited about going to work? We do, but it's not for everyone. So anyway, I've trained face-to-face. I have my training guide, the tour director training guide that's been used in colleges around the United States and individuals in getting into the business. I also taught an online class for 10 years through the colleges, 2,400 colleges. Loved it, but it was through public education, so we had to be really careful. We couldn't have any kind of personal contact. So when it was over, I couldn't work with my students. A lot of them found me online. I'm pretty easy to find online, and I was able to continue working with them. But within the course, again, it was all written. We could only interact with them through the discussion area, and I wanted something interactive. So it's taken me years, but now I'm thrilled to introduce my course, Live Your Dream Travel Job. And that really is what it is. And so I put all my training, and it's interactive. So lots of videos, PowerPoint presentations, Facebook, live office hours. In fact, I just got off some office hours with somebody that just moved to the South and trying to help her find work and moving on and for her next career. So personal help with my students, because my goal is always with my students to get them hired. If you go to my website, you'll see, again, some of the comments that they've made, and it just thrills me. And if there are teachers watching this, you know how thrilled you are when your students are doing well and how exciting it is when they're excited about what they're doing. So if you'd like more information, you can email me at Cherie, Cherie, at tourtraining.com. You can call me. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Orange County. My number is 949-830-8603, and I'll help you. Again, this isn't for everyone. There's lots of questions about our industry and getting into our industry, and I'm here to help. And I hope to see you in my new course, Live Your Dream Travel Job. And thank you for watching me today. I really appreciate it.